You lose a job, you close a business, you fail a major exam. In the immediate aftermath of that collapse, the internal narrative is almost always the same. I have to start from zero. It is a heavy, sinking feeling. The perception is that the time, energy, and effort you invested in that first attempt has evaporated, leaving you at the absolute beginning with an empty ledger. This sense of total loss is a byproduct of the immediate shock, rather than a reflection of your actual capabilities or the state of your progress. When you restart, the ledger isn't empty. You are standing on a foundation built from every hour you previously logged. A second attempt functions as a fresh launch with a significantly higher baseline of knowledge than you possessed on day one. Consider the mechanics of a universal experience, the first time you tried to ride a bicycle. That first attempt was a chaotic phase of raw data collection. You were nervous, your front tire was constantly wobbling and losing balance, and you likely hit the ground more than once. After those crashes, your brain began to map the variables. You internalized the precise angle required to balance, the pressure needed to brake, and the specific shifts in weight that lead to a fall. If you put that bike in a garage and don't touch it for several years, the data doesn't disappear. When you eventually climb back onto the seat, you don't relearn the mechanics from scratch. Your nervous system has retained the original failure data. Those early crashes weren't wasted effort. They functioned as a high-intensity data-gathering mission, creating a physical memory that stays with you long after the initial attempt ended. This same architecture applies to careers, relationships, and business ventures. A failed first attempt provides a specific type of clarity that a textbook or a course cannot replicate: the knowledge of how your strategy actually interacts with reality. Think of a failure as a mapping exercise, logging exactly where the hidden obstacles are. On the second attempt, you aren't guessing. You curve precisely around the pitfalls that caught you the first time, replacing paralyzing uncertainty with a tactical understanding of the terrain. This predictability is why successful entrepreneurs often have a bankrupt company in their past, and why athletes study their most devastating losses to become champions. Software developers write buggy code to understand system limits, and authors collect rejection letters to refine their voice. For these people, the flawed first attempt was a prerequisite. It generated the specific data points needed to navigate the second attempt to a different conclusion. If you are standing in the wreckage of a project that didn't work, it is easy to focus only on what was lost. But look at the assets you've acquired. You have experience, clarity on why it failed, and confidence. This steady confidence of a veteran knows what to expect. This inventory of hard-won data holds more practical value than a perfect beginning. Swap the phrase, "I'm starting from zero," for "I'm starting with experience." Returning to the starting line with a refined strategy offers a faster, more calculated path forward. You are moving toward your goal significantly wiser and better prepared than you were before. Tell me in the comments, what is one thing that you had to restart, and how did the data from your first attempt help you succeed the second time? Keep learning, keep growing, and never fear the strategic advantage of a restart.